A lady walks into a luxury store with poor-looking clothes and a cheap bag. As a result of her appearance, the store's employees look down on her, but the woman eventually surprises everyone by buying millions worth of jewelry. The movie begins with a woman, who will later be identified as Miss Chen, walking into Michel, a luxury store. An attendant in the store who goes by the name of Man Ni welcomes her into the store and offers to be her shopping assistant. Since Miss Chen doesn't know what she wants to get yet, she asks Man Ni if she has anything to recommend, and Man Ni proceeds to introduce the items to her. Another attendant at the store and a friend of Man Ni stops her and asks her why she is wasting her time serving someone like her. She states that she won't be able to purchase anything. Meanwhile, Man Ni is not bothered by her friend's comment. Instead, she shows Miss Chen the new items in the store. In the course of doing so, she gives Miss Chen a quick once-over without her knowing. After looking at a few clothes, Man Ni points to the bag section, and Miss Chen smoothly walks over to take a look. Again, Man Ni takes a peek at Miss Chen's bag and refuses to make any comments. A few seconds pass, and Man Ni notices that Miss Chen doesn't seem satisfied with the items before her, so she takes her away to a different section. She also points towards some leather shoes, but something else draws Miss Chen's attention. She is captivated by the articles of jewelry on display, so she asks Man Ni questions about them. Man Ni patiently answers and also explains each of them according to their prices. Still not satisfied, Miss Chen asks Man Ni if the store has more expensive pieces of jewelry. Man Ni affirms that it does and discloses that such pieces, all of which cost over $1 million, belong to the Advanced Customized series. Finally satisfied, Miss Chen agrees to buy them, and Man Ni does little to hide her surprise. She asks Miss Chen to ensure if she wants to buy the Advanced Customized series and gets the same response. Just then, Linda, another store attendant, walks by and happens to overhear Man Ni's conversation with Miss Chen. Man Ni leads Miss Chen to the VIP lounge and announces that she needs to get a catalog for Miss Chen to choose from. After getting the catalog, Man Ni joins Miss Chen in the VIP lounge and closes the door behind them. She begins introducing each of the customized jewelry pieces in the catalog. Miss Chen gives Man Ni her attention until one of the jewelry sets catches her eye. She asks Man Ni if she's ever seen the jewelry set, and Man Ni replies truthfully, saying she hasn't. But then she explains she once saw it in a video during her training at the store. Man Ni goes on to give Miss Chen her perspective on women, diamonds, and jewelry. Man Ni's view touches Miss Chen, and she makes up her mind to order the jewelry set. Again, Man Ni does little to hide her surprise. Thinking that the cost of the jewelry would make Miss Chen change her mind, she lets the cat out of the bag. However, Miss Chen insists on getting the jewelry set. Left with no other choice, Man Ni explains the payment procedure to Miss Chen and afterwards goes out to call the store manager. Outside the VIP lounge, Man Ni does a little victory dance to celebrate the fact that she just landed a customer who is determined to make a purchase worth over $1 million. Next, she is seen discussing with the store manager about the lady who wants to buy jewelry worth millions. At that moment, Man Ni spots Linda going into the VIP with some chocolates for Miss Chen. She cuts short her discussion with the store manager and catches up with Linda. Linda insists on helping Man Ni serve such an important customer, but Man Ni refuses. The two go back and forth until the store manager assures Linda that she will handle it with Man Ni instead. On hearing this, Linda walks away upset. When Man Ni and the store manager go into the VIP lounge, the store manager goes over the procedures. She asks Miss Chen if she can add her number so they can talk if any news about the jewelry set pops up. This makes Man Ni unhappy because Miss Chen is her client. Meanwhile, Miss Chen notices Man Ni's sad look and tells the store manager that she will contact Man Ni's number instead. Miss Chen also asks the store manager if it is okay to return in a few days to make a complete payment for the jewelry. Although the store manager appears startled, she accepts and asks Man Ni to add Miss Chen's number on her phone. Miss Chen leaves the store with the entire attending team behind her. Man Ni receives a round of applause from the team on returning to the store. Pretending to think that Miss Chen is a fraud, Linda suggests looking through Miss Chen's moments on social media. She manages to get a hold of Man Ni's phone, knowing that everybody's attention is on Man Ni. She then secretly deletes Miss Chen's contact on her phone and immediately returns Man Ni's phone. Man Ni is confused as to how she lost Miss Chen's contact, so when Miss Chen returns to the store days later, she barely hides her excitement. Meanwhile, Miss Chen doesn't only return with the money for the jewelry set, but also a heartbreaking story from her past. The second episode begins with Zoe, one of Man-Ni's colleagues, asking her when Miss Chen will return to the store as promised. Man-Ni assures her that Miss Chen will keep to her word, and just then, she spots Miss Chen outside the store, making her way toward the entrance. Man-Ni runs out to welcome her, and after they say their greetings, she asks Zoe to lead Miss Chen to the VIP lounge while she goes to make preparations. Zoe leaves with Miss Chen while the store manager runs up to Man-Ni to start a conversation with her. She tells Man-Ni that it's been 3 years since they've had such a big order and promises to apply for Man-Ni to be promoted to sales manager if she is able to handle Miss Chen's order properly. Man-Ni skips away even more excitedly and joins Miss Chen at the VIP lounge. Together, they go over the payment conditions of the jewelry set, with Man-Ni also double-checking Miss Chen's order. Miss Chen takes out her card from her purse to make payments and ends up telling Man-Ni that the money in the card was her divorce settlement. With a painful expression, she begins to narrate to Man-Ni how she and her husband had been poor but, after working several jobs, were able to start a taxi company. She told Man-Ni about a particular land they bought on the mountain to build a garden, out of which 2 lots were later sold to the government to build high-speed rails. Miss Chen explains how their compensation made them so rich that her husband decided to bring his mistress into their home. He asked for a divorce and left her with a share of the money they got from selling 2 lots of their land. Man-Ni's expression quickly shifts from excitement to sympathy as she listens to Miss Chen's story. Miss Chen tells Man-Ni that her husband's mistress had been wearing designer brands from head to toe and that she began to compare herself to her. So, when Miss Chen walked into Man-Ni's store, she had nothing in mind but to spend money. Hence, the reason she wanted to get the jewelry set. As soon as Miss Chen hands over her card to Man-Ni, the store manager walks in to announce that it's time to swipe Miss Chen's card. Meanwhile, after hearing Miss Chen's story, Man-Ni begins to reconsider swiping her card. She watches dejectedly from behind as the store manager guides Miss Chen out of the VIP lounge. Feeling guilty, she tells Miss Chen to go home and think about her decision to make such a purchase. Turns out, it's only her imagination. The store manager snaps Man-Ni out of her daydream, and Man-Ni proceeds to swipe the card. She escorts Miss Chen out of the store and walks in looking unhappy. She returns to the VIP lounge and sits where Miss Chen was sitting earlier, still thinking about the story Miss Chen had shared with her. Man-Ni is successfully promoted to sales manager, but her co-worker seems unhappy with her promotion. She frames her into something that almost makes her lose her job. The third episode begins with the store manager telling Man-Ni about her promotion. Her colleagues congratulate her while eavesdropping on her conversation with the store manager. Meanwhile, Linda, who stands behind them, is aware of everything going on at the store, but chooses not to congratulate Man-Ni. When the store manager leaves, she walks up to Man-Ni with a sullen face. She tells her to attend to the male customer who just walked into the store. As Linda walks away, Zoe whispers to Man-Ni that Linda is upset since she assumes Man-Ni take her position as sales manager. Man-Ni walks up to the male customer and welcomes him into the store. After confirming that it's his first time at the store, she begins to lead him to the men's clothing section on the second floor. The man decides to settle for some clothes and shoes. Man-Ni helps him to put on the shoes and adjust his suit jacket. In the process, the man comments that Man-Ni's hands are cold. She quickly withdraws them and apologizes. Later on, the man smiles as Man-Ni helps him to adjust his pants. She goes on to explain how she selected his clothes. In a bid to get Man-Ni to draw closer to him, the man lies about the underarm of the suit jacket being uncomfortable. Man-Ni goes to stand in front of the man and tries to convince him that the suit jacket is suitable for him. Unknown to her, the man continues to give her a perverted smile until he succeeds in getting her back against the mirror on the wall. The man then asks for her number, promising to contact her if he needs anything else, and she agrees to give it to him. Man-Ni puts his clothes in shopping bags and walks him out to the store's exit. Man-Ni hands his receipt to him, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he tells Man-Ni to keep it. The receipt can be exchanged for points and used as a discount for the next purchase. As the two continue to go back and forth because of the receipt, the man requests to talk to Man-Ni privately. The two go to the corner of the store to talk, and the man asks Man-Ni out to eat and even tells her to consider the receipt a gift, but she refuses to accept it. On the spot, Man-Ni remembers that she found the man's wedding ring while putting his clothes together at the store, so she tells him about it and hands him the receipt. Although he collects the receipt, the man angrily crushes it in his hand, throws it to the ground, and walks away. In the next scene, Man-Ni is alone in a conference room, and some seconds later, the board of directors joins her. As the meeting proceeds, Man-Ni is presented with the receipt her client threw to the ground earlier and is accused of exchanging it for points. The store manager speaks up in Man-Ni's defense and explains that she's not that kind of person, especially since she just got a promotion. However, the director insists on firing Man-Ni, saying that it's the consequence of her actions. Man-Ni pleads that she's innocent and asks the director to give her a chance to prove her innocence. After a bit of thinking, the director tells Man-Ni that she has only a day to prove her innocence. After work, she heads over to the man's company and pleads with him to help her prove that she didn't exchange his receipt for points. The man responded that he couldn't help her, and although she kept pleading with him, he didn't change his mind. He walks back into his company, causing Man-Ni to start crying. During the meeting with the board of directors the following day, Zoe and another one of Man-Ni's colleagues interrupt the meeting, claiming that they can help to prove Man-Ni's innocence. Zoe tells the director to check the CCTV footage from the time the receipt was redeemed. When they all check, they find that a lady who had pretended to be Man-Ni had exchanged the receipt. At first, Man-Ni has no idea who the lady is, but after thoroughly checking her posts on social media, she sees that it's a friend of Linda's. All of Man-Ni's colleagues, including the store manager, then proceed to seek answers from Linda. Linda refuses to apologize. Taking the unfortunate turn of events as an opportunity, she expresses her annoyance at the fact that she worked just as hard as Man-Ni but didn't get the sales executive position. She bitterly complains about not having a spot anymore because of Man-Ni. On her part, Man-Ni refuses to be put down and explains that she got the position because of her hard work. Linda does not think so, leading to some of her colleagues criticizing her. The store manager manages to calm them down and asks Man-Ni what she wants to do about Linda. Man-Ni chooses to go by the rules, while Linda removes her name tag and stomps off. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching!